Okay guys, so we got the Cadillac back. They said that I guess it doesn't start. They think it might be a fuel pump. So let's see if we hear a fuel pump turn on. I did not hear a fuel pump. Nope, I do not hear a fuel pump. Nope, I do not hear anything. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab my lap scope real quick. We'll do a current rent on this fuel pump circuit, and we'll see if we get anything. Okay guys, so we got a bypass relay in there. It's switched on right now. We have no current flow, so I'm going to go bang on this tank real quick. I think the tank's on this side. Let's see. Yeah, we'll bang on this tank. I hear it. I hear it clicking. Look at that. That's a bad pump, guys. Look at that. We've got like 1 amp going on here. Oh, we're in a 5-second time base. Actually, let's save this. Let me save this quick and we'll come back. Okay guys, look at this. This is a 1-second time base. Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm on the wrong probe. There we go. Why the heck? Well, the pump looks good now. Oh, we're pulling 12 amps though, guys. Fuel pump. Save this. I didn't realize I didn't have my scaling right. Let's see if this will start up now. It's a lot of current there though, guys. Actually, let's see what happens if we shut it off. So we shut it off. Now it's working. I don't know if I'd trust it though. That's a lot of current though. There we go, we got it running, guys. See our current? I'm gonna shut it off for a little bit and we'll see what happens with our current. Okay guys, we're back with the Cadillac. It's been a few hours, had some other cars to work on. So let's turn this switch on. Fuel pump did not go on again. Let's see if we can get a good capture of this fuel pump turning on. Let's go down to, is that going to give me enough time? Can we do 200? 200 should give me enough time. I'm going to go grab my hammer real quick so we can pound on the tank again. Okay guys, you can see we're still at 0 amps. So we'll go bang on this real quick. I can't tell if it went on or not. Too much traffic. No, we don't got anything yet. There it went. Let's see. Let's stop this. Look how high that current is. Look at that. That's a bad pump, guys. 100% bad pump. You can see how that started. That is awesome. 100% bad. And I think we're going to do a relay and stuff. Look how hot this relay and stuff got. So we'll replace the fuse and the relay. That is awesome. Okay guys, so I had to drain 30 gallons or so out of here, but look at this. This does not look good right here. I gotta try to get that rear line off. The one that's in the back. Somehow. Without it really breaking. So that I can drop this tank down. We either need to get it off there, or I think there's a quick connect up here, but I can't get to the quick connect. I think it's above the frame rail over here. Right there, I can't really reach it. I'm gonna try to, because if I can get it off there, then I'm gonna drop this whole tank down. So I noticed it looks like somebody was in here before, because none of these clips were put back on. Kind of looks like that might have been pinched. Yeah, it looked like that. Yeah, that was up here. So they sandwiched the fuel line. Look at that. See if I can bend that back out. But that explains why, like, this line right here wasn't put in there right. You see that? Because it's supposed to be all the way down here. So a lot of this stuff wasn't put in right. Crazy. So I bet you somebody did a fuel pump and pinched it all. Okay guys, so I got the lines apart. This one came apart, so I'm gonna put this one back together. I'm gonna flush it out, put it back together, because that O-ring and stuff fell out in there, and then we had this O-ring. They usually have two O-rings on and two plastic like spacers. So I'm gonna clean this up, put this back together, flush it out, and then we'll see if we can bend this back out. But we may have to get another one. I don't know if they sell this or not. You can see how flattened that is. It's crazy. Okay guys, I got the sealing surface all cleaned up. The tank looks pretty clean inside. We got our new pump right here from GM. Right from GM. So we're gonna put our gasket down, and we'll get our new pump put in here, and then we should be good to go. Okay guys, make sure that you get these all lined up on, all connected up on here. You don't want to forget that. And then have this all put back together and then have to take it all back apart. I don't think I've ever seen them on another GM. Like, maybe it's an Escalade thing. Maybe it's these returnless ones. I don't know. I don't think I've ever done a returnless pump on like this year range. I did it on newer ones and older trucks, but not this year. Okay guys, so I have these channel lock pliers, and I use these to make the hose around again. Look at that. Look how round that is. It's perfect. But it has a little twist to it. You see, look how far over this is going now, because it was all the way over here before. And you can see it was starting to rub there. Right there. Crazy, but we're going to get this all straightened out. Here we go guys. I got it all connected up. These were all out of order here. So now they're all in nice order. Everything's routed nice. Look at that. Look at this side. It's all good. I covered the whole thing with fluid film here, which should help stop it from rusting, at least for a while. And I sprayed it in here so that this stuff shouldn't seize on. So now we'll get this put up in, and then we'll see if we fixed it. Okay guys, so we got all the lines clipped back on up there. Got all these done. Look how nice this looks. Look how nice it fits. And we got that one behind the plastic right there coming up here. That's all good. Look at that. And then we got the one back there connected. So I think we should be good. I'm going to lower this down. We'll put some gas in it. And then we'll see. Oh, it looks like he's going to need some air shocks. Yeah, going to need some air shocks. I also noticed that his oil cooler gasket's leaking right here. See, it's all over the side of the motor right here. So that's leaking. I'll have to address that then. This thing else is looking okay. Ball joints are probably gonna have to be replaced soon. Boots are all tore. Once they tear, they don't last long here. And his front axle seal's leaking right there. So this is his oil pan. Yeah, it looks like an oil pan gasket. Hey guys, so we got the new fuel pump in. I got gas going into the vehicle. So we're going to use our lab scope right here, and we're going to check to see what our current looks like. So I'm going to turn the fuel pump on, and we'll see, we'll watch it prime. Our current should come up. And that was our whole priming event. So now we're at 7.6 amps, which I think is a lot lower than what we were before. So I'm going to stop this right here. We'll go back to the beginning, and we'll see. We had like our initial turn on right there, which went really, really high, which is normal. And we had a nice clean pattern with no dropouts, and then it dropped down really low because there was no fuel pressure because it had a prime. So you get the same thing with like an empty tank. Most GMs are like 3 to 4 amps with an empty tank, and you'll see like it slowly goes up. Actually, we might be able to zoom out really far and see this. There you go, so you can see it climb up, and that is good. So I'm going to save this. We'll get some more fuel in there, and then we'll see what it's like when we go to start this. So guys, I've been out test driving the Escalade, and there's our fuel trims. Now they're slowly getting better. It was adding a lot of fuel before. You can see where there's like those 22s and 23s, but they're coming down. Like everything's coming down. Like we had like really, really negative numbers down below and really, really high numbers at the top, and they're slowly coming down. It was interesting. So I bet you that line was restricted for a while, and that might be why his check engine light's off for catalyst efficiency, because it might have been running really lean or something, or misfiring before, because remember we had to fix that misfire. And I wonder if that fuel line was pinched for a long time and it was just causing a restriction the whole time. And I wonder how long this has been like this. Guys, look at some of these numbers that we were getting. We got like positive 76 from before, because it didn't get a chance to update yet at the top there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So this thing was running majorly lean before. Well, I think we're good now, because they'll correct. Like, I don't want to beat on the car to keep getting them to update. But yeah, we're definitely, there was definitely a problem there for a while. And I do want to do a VE test then and see what the VE shows once I get back out to the highway. But our VE should be good since our fuel trims are good. Okay guys, so I accidentally reset the fuel trim chart right here, but that's what we got. So we got almost 0 fuel trims. So we'll save this as fuel trim. I did the VE. Let's see what our VE is. Right here's our VE. So we'll save this as VE. It's not too bad. Like here, I didn't really like that too much. Theoretical airflow versus actual, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Sure, it could be, the mass airflow sensor could be cleaned or something. Let's load this up. Save this screen. VE versus T. Okay, so let's go to our mode 6. Let's see if our mode 6 updated at all. Mode 6 did not update. We'll just save this as I usually try to save before and after a drive so that I could use it then. Let's save this one. I don't know who that is. go. So I hope you guys like this. Maybe you learned something. Here's our DTC. Oh, we got an auction sensor code now. We have a pending code for a lien. Why does it say lien? Let's save this as DTC-2. I don't know why it's showing lien, unless maybe that's why our fuel trims went to 0, unless it's not an open loop anymore. Let's see, can we check a loop status? Let's go to, we may have went out of open loop, because I was wondering if we went out of open loop. Let's see, PIDs. Let's see, do we have a loop status? We may have another problem that we gotta go after here. Closed loop. I don't know if that's our loop status or not. Yeah, I guess I'll make a part 2 of this if the customer wants to do it. I don't know if this means we're in closed loop or not. Oh yeah, our one oxygen sensor is dead. Look at that, 0 volt. Bank 1, sensor 1. So we're probably not in closed loop. That might be why these are saying 0. Interesting, that might be why that dropped to 0. But either way, our fuel trims were fixed. That might be why it's idling a little lopey too right now. So yeah, we'll have to address that. See what they want to do. But yeah, that auction sensor is definitely dead. Let's see if we can bring this auction sensor up. There we go, bank 1, sensor 1. Let's see, bank 1, sensor 2. Bank 1, sensor. Bank 2, sensor 1. Bank 2, sensor 2. There's stuff still on. Stop this. Let's make sure nothing else is running. Yeah, so look at this. This one's running right here. Working. This one's working. This one's working. Bank 1, sensor 1 is not working. So we'll see what they want to do. Now it says control problem on bank 1. Interesting. And it's showing bank 1 is lean because of that. So there we go. So we didn't have that problem in the beginning. It must have just happened. So I guess there was 2 problems with this vehicle. I wonder if that's our catalyst efficiency. Is there catalyst efficiency on that bank too? Because maybe that might have been causing it. TTC, yeah. So our 420 code was on that bank too. Well, I'll let you guys know what they want to do. Okay guys, so I cleared the codes. We got a new auction sensor in here. So let's go to DTCs real quick. So like we'll read DTCs before we go. So you can see we don't have any. Mode 6 shouldn't really have anything in here. Let's see. Oops. So we're reading right now. Yeah, so mode 6 doesn't have too much in here right now. So we're gonna go for a ride and we'll see what we can, like what kind of codes we get and what our tests show. So I'm gonna leave the sharpshooter on right now. So hopefully these will all look good while we're driving. Okay guys, so I just have to cut back with the car. So here's our data. See our auction sensor switching with the new sensor. Did mode 6. Mode 6, some of the stuff updated, some of it didn't yet. So we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens here. I don't know if I'm going to get to drive it again, but that's where we're at. So, hope you guys like it. See you later. Oh, and there's also no pending code yet. Now, they might get the catalyst efficiency because we didn't run the catalyst monitor. Only monitor that ran was the oxygen sensor.